Welcome back, boys and girls. So today we're going to continue our lesson of measurement. And today we're going to be focusing on centimeters and meters. Centimeters are smaller than meters. Our learning target for today is I can estimate, measure, and use a ruler, meter stick, or tape measure to measure length and height to the nearest centimeter or meter. Again, I can estimate, measure, and use a ruler, meter stick, or tape measure to measure length and height to the nearest centimeter or meter. And don't forget, boys and girls, estimate is that we're making an actual guess, and when we measure, we're using an actual object to measure whatever it is that we're measuring. Our vocabulary words for today are centimeter and meter. So let's get started. Now, 1 meter is 100 centimeters long. 1 meter is 100 centimeters long. So if you take your ruler and you go all the way to the end to look at how far the centimeter goes, and try thinking about how much more it would be if it was 100 centimeters. That's how long 1 meter is. So take a few seconds just to think about some objects in your home that you think are 1 meter long. And you can share if you choose. You can share as well with the class. So what are some objects you think are 1 meter long? Just take a minute or two just to do that. All right, boys and girls, you can share some objects that you think that are 1 meter long, whether it's at home or whether you can remember what's in our classroom that are 1 meter long, and that is 100 centimeter. I would estimate that maybe one of our table is 1 meter long. So what do you think what object is that is 1 meter long? All right, boys and girls, let's move on. Now, I want you to take a look at this bubblegum wrapper. And I first want you to estimate how long you think it is. How many centimeters? Look at the bubblegum wrapper and make an estimate of how long do you think it is, and then we're going to share and talk about it. So I'm going to estimate and say that I think that this bubblegum wrapper is maybe about 3 centimeters long. You can share how long do you think this bubblegum wrapper is? So I think it's maybe about 3 centimeters long, and then we're going to use an actual ruler. After we do an estimate and we share our estimate, now I want you to take your actual ruler and I want you to, now we're going to look to see how long this bubblegum wrapper is. So if you estimated about 4 centimeters long, that's correct. Great job. If you didn't, that's totally fine. Because remember, I estimated that it was about 3 centimeters long, and it's actually about 4. And if you notice on the ruler, it is longer than the halfway mark. So we're going to use the greater number, which is 4. And that's why this bubblegum wrapper is 4 centimeters long. Let's continue. All right, boys and girls, let's look at this crayon. I want you to estimate to see how long this crayon is. How long do you think this crayon is? I'm going to give you just a few seconds just to think about it, and then we'll share. So I'm going to estimate that this crayon is maybe about 6 centimeters long. So you can share how long you think this crayon is going to be. But I'm going to say it's about 6 centimeters long. So take a minute just to share to see your estimate of this crayon. All right, boys and girls, let's see how long this crayon is. And if we look at the ruler, it is actually 9 centimeters long. So I was a little bit off. 9 centimeters long. And it's 9 centimeters long because it's larger than the halfway mark. So we're going to use the greater number. Remember, we're using the greater number because it is longer than the halfway mark. So that's why it would be 9 centimeters long. If you were close, great. If you weren't close, that's totally fine. All right, let's move on, boys and girls. Now, I want you to estimate this eraser. Think about it and you can share how long do you think this eraser is in centimeters. Just take a few seconds. So I'm going to estimate that this eraser is maybe about 5 centimeters long. It's about 5 centimeters long, and you can share your estimate as well, and then we're going to use a ruler to measure this eraser. Now let's see how long this ruler is. Based on this ruler, this eraser is 7 centimeters long. And the reason why it's 7 centimeters long, because it is longer than the halfway mark. It's right here, longer than the halfway mark, which is there. And that's why we're going to use the greater number, which is 7. So this eraser is about 7 centimeters long. Great job, boys and girls. Now you're going to get a chance to do some work on your own. And again, we're going to go into Google Forms and we're going to do our task cards for this lesson for today. Thank you, boys and girls, and see you next time.